Well, as the league gets tighter and all the teams are trying their level best to make it to that top 4 spot, there has been one team which has been a standout, the New York Apes, who have been in sparkling form, courtesy that last 3 wins, back-to-back victories. One gentleman who has been so crucial in that victory is what I call him, jaw-dropping JD. JD, स्वागत है आपका पहले बात तो. आप हमें कहिए, आप टीम को लगातार आप इम्प्रोवाइज कर रहे हैं, आप टीम को ऐसे लीड भी कर रहे हैं. आप ऐसे क्या करते हो कि टीम अचानक से ऐसे परफॉर्म करना शुरू कर जाती है?
सर पहली बात तो है हमारी टीम बहुत अच्छी थी. हमारे से थोड़ी सी गलतियां हो रही थी बीच में. हम लोग पहली ये जो नया फॉर्मेट है इसको समझने में थोड़ा टाइम भी लगा. उसके बाद में हम लोगों ने सोचा कि हम लोग अंडर प्रेशर आ ही क्यों रहे हैं, अभी तो बहुत मैच बचे हुए हैं और ज़्यादा लंबा ना सोचते हुए नेक्स्ट मैच पे फोकस करते हैं और उस मैच के लिए प्लान करते हैं कि ये मैच में क्या करना है, बाकी वाले मैच में बाद में देखेंगे. जैसे ही वो मैच ख़त्म होता है उसके बाद फिर नेक्स्ट मैच में प्लान करते हैं क्या होता है देखते हैं. अच्छा खेलना है, हार जीत पार्ट ऑफ गेम है.
एब्सोल्युटली.
तो जो आप ये बताइए, आप भारत पाकिस्तान के बॉर्डर के पास से आते हैं, आपने गेम कैसे खेलना शुरू किया? और मैंने सुना है कि आप वहाँ पे थोड़ा नेटवर्क थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे था, यहाँ पे आपको नेटवर्क कैसा लगा है?
यहाँ पे तो सर बहुत अच्छी फैसिलिटीज़ हैं, नेटवर्क बहुत अच्छा है.
आपने खेलना कैसे शुरू किया गेम को?
पहले मेरा खुद का रेडीमेड का गारमेंट का काम था. उसके बाद में जब लॉकडाउन आया तो क्रिकेट का शौक़ मुझे पहले से था. मैं खेला भी हूँ डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे एक फिजिकल क्रिकेट. उसके बाद में जब लॉकडाउन आया तो प्ले स्टोर पे एक गेम चेक की जिसका नाम था रियल क्रिकेट. स्टार्ट किया, अच्छा लगा, फिर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में ऐड हो गए, बहुत सारे नए दोस्त मिले, गेम भी फिर थोड़ा इम्प्रूव हुआ धीरे धीरे. तो इसी तरीके से मेरी जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई और आज मैं GPL टीम और टीम नॉटिलस का थैंक यू करना चाहूँगा जो हमें इतना बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ दिया है. और
आपने कहा कि आप रियल लाइफ में भी खेलते थे क्रिकेट, लॉकडाउन से पहले भी काफ़ी खेलते थे. आपके फेवरेट प्लेयर कौन है रियल लाइफ में?
सर मैं वैसे तो बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर हूँ लेकिन मेरे फेवरेट प्लेयर हैं वीरेंद्र सहवाग.
और क्या सीखा है आपने उनसे?
हमेशा माइंड को क्लियर रखो, गेम के प्रोसेस पे जाओ, मारने वाली बॉल है तो मारो. वही मैं यहाँ करता हूँ.
देखिए, एक चीज़ ज़रूर होती है कि पॉइंट्स टेबल में देख रहे हैं कि न्यूयॉर्क एप्स अब जो ऊपर चढ़ते जा रही है, अब यहाँ से तो जब हम आप एक लेवल अप क्रॉस कर चुके हो, अब टीम को कैसे संभालना है आपने?
सर अभी भी वही सिंपल प्लानिंग जैसे मैंने पहले बताया है कि हमारा नेक्स्ट मैच पे फोकस है. कल हमारे 2 गेम है, हमारा सेकंड मैच पे भी फोकस नहीं है, हमारा सिर्फ और सिर्फ कल के पहले मैच पे फोकस है कि उसको जीतना है. आगे क्या होता है देखेंगे.
चलो सही है. मैं एक चीज़ बताना ज़रूर चाहूँगा हमारे दर्शकों को कि JD के कॉलेज टाइम में एक रिकॉर्ड रहा है और वो रिकॉर्ड है कि उनके कॉलेज में 100% अटेंडेंस रहा है, जो बताता है इनके सिंसियरिटी के बारे में और वो टीम में रिफ्लेक्ट भी होता है. आप इसी तरीके से हर जगह सिंसियर होते हो?
सर सिंसियरिटी का मैं वो कहते हैं ना, अपनी तारीफ तो करना अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, बाकी सभी लोग जानते हैं.
नहीं तो लेकिन आपने 100% रिकॉर्ड मतलब क्यों बनाया अटेंडेंस में? कुछ तो बंक मारना था यार.
नहीं सर, मेरे पापा हैं वो सुबह 6:30 बजे उठते हैं, चाहे सर्दी का टाइम हो या फिर गर्मी का, और वो उठते ही स्नान करते हैं. उन्होंने मुझे एक चीज़ सिखाई कि मतलब डिसिप्लिन होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. आप जो काम करते हो पूरा दिल से करो.
बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए, आपसे मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा. जाने से पहले 1 2 3 पर हम बोलेंगे फाइंड योर ग्लोरी. शुरू. 1 2 3
फाइंड योर ग्लोरी.
Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
And always a pleasure getting along all these players and trying to know them, what they are, just apart from playing out there, and we always learn so much. But for now, Mumbai taking on that mighty Delhi Sharks, a very important clash. Chetan, I think Mumbai will be, of course, taking in that approach heads-on against Delhi Sharks.
They need to. They've already lost a game today. और इस मुकाम पर पहुंचकर आप अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते लॉसेस. और जैसा हमने पहले भी कहा था, it's a must-win game for both these sides. Both these sides, just need those points to get ahead, get to 16 somehow. दुबई की victory ने बहुत कुछ change कर दिया है. And that has just rocked the points table. They were coming off bad form, but now these 2 matches hold a lot of significance going ahead.
Well, also it affects the other teams, as you remember, as and how Delhi and Mumbai go forward. Sydney, we did mention about that fact that have a tough chance right now, Chennai already being out. We have that next game coming forward, remember, London taking on Sydney. Well, we did see earlier Chennai having that chance to spoil the parties for London, but Sydney do have it as well. We have a look at the talent predictions then. Well, it's again Floki, Mr. Floki, who gets 2 correct out for the day, and a majority of us are going on 2 reds. And then, which makes a lot more interesting. Now, because 3 of us have told Mumbai, and well,
Yeah.
it's just me, of course, who goes to Delhi for a fact that I'm actually calculating from a perspective where these guys have been rock solid in their performance, and that spirit factor is very important when you're going to this game.
Yeah, and I guess the 3 of us are figuring out the fact that Mumbai is actually a very, very good side, and they will have the measure of Delhi. We'll wait and watch how this pans out.
Then, of course, while Delhi prepared themselves to take on the Mumbai Grizzlies in an all-important encounter, they will be banking on the star performance of Biswas, but they also have to be careful. Mumbai is a team which has quite a few good players, not just on paper, but these players are coming out of the paper and actually performing.
Yeah, and I spoke to both captains just before we started the pre-match show. And the thing is, both of them are aware that this is a must-win game for them to get to the knockouts. And if they lose, then they are on the mercy of other teams to even be in contention anymore. Taking a look at Mumbai Grizzlies, can only say one thing. PK, Davinder, Sajan. Sajan and Davinder been in good form. Swapnil, Milan, Abhishek, decent bowling form. PK, just like in the previous match, Roy did, PK needs to step up. और क्या वो step up करेंगे? इतना vital जो moment है. I think this is all about the batting, how Mumbai bat here.
On the other side, the Delhi side, we knowing the fact that how well they've gone down towards 89, they've got 70s on a trot, they've, Biswas has got 250s.
Just wait on Biswas for a moment. We'll talk about Jayesh. He's been important with the runs and the wickets. Neep, same runs and wickets. Mulan, he's in the top 5 wicket takers of the tournament. But it all comes down to Biswas, the highest 6-hitter percentage in the tournament, the highest run scorer in the tournament, 2 half-centuries in the tournament. You can't look past Biswas.
Then, of course, we have a look, and without a doubt, I can close my eyes and say Biswas is going to be that man, of course, who will be waiting to look out for. Sajan, on the other hand, has been so crucial and instrumental. I mean, he's an absolute leader. Davinder is there, of course, but Sajan is that man. He is that pep talk guy who will come out and give everything.
Yeah, और viewers को लगेगा कि शायद ये mismatch है players to watch out में बिल्कुल भी नहीं. क्यों? जहां पे विश्वास पे दिल्ली पूरी तरीके से रिलाय करती है, मुंबई भी साजन पे रिलाय करते हैं फॉर देयर बैटिंग. और दोनों का स्टाइल डिफरेंट है. साजन इज मोर ऑफ एन अक्यूमुलेटर, प्लेज द सिचुएशन, देख के खेलते हैं कि कैसे खेलना है, अग्रेसिव जाना है, क्या करना है. और अग्रेसिव का मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो छक्के नहीं लगाएंगे तो अग्रेसिव नहीं है. वो सिचुएशन को देखते हैं कि कैसे उसको मेजर करके खेलना है. और अगर हम विश्वास की बात करें, 26s in this tournament. Mumbai, watch out.
This man is certainly going to be very instrumental. But if the bowlers can actually take this guy out at the start, I'll tell you what, Mumbai do have a very good chance to get victory out here, because Delhi Sharks, knowing the dependency on the fact of Biswas, have actually been a lot more vulnerable as well. I'll tell you what, before the game started, we did see Sajanpreet praying out there before the start of the game. He does that before every game. The question is, will the prayers be answered? We'll find out, but for now, we go for the toss, where the host is out there with the captain and the umpire.
So far, it's been a very interesting day 10 up until the match number 3, where we saw every team who won took over the leaderboard. However, this time it's not about taking over the leaderboard, but doing everything to get to that top 4 spots. And right now, match number 4 has a super contention for that next point, because both these two teams are sitting at 12 points, and whoever wins will get 14. We'll see which that team is going to be. Team number 1 is none other than Mumbai Grizzlies, and team number 2 is none other than Delhi Sharks. Big round of applause for both these teams.
Competition and I came from the bottom and we winning. Sunday in a competition and a heat. We came from the bottom and we winning. There ain't no competition. A koi nahi mukabla. From the bottom nikla topper dala paisa to munafa maa pe gali seedha lafa. A rap the naka sunte bangla mujhe thaka main. 5-star ke kapde pehen ke khata main hu dhabe pe. Streams ho ya dreams a pura kamyab main. Kohli wala mindset aur dhoni jaisa sharp main. Har pub mein ji aur game hai mere haath mein. Hasta seedha bank tak 50 wale laugh main. Ha 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 ha.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Mania wanted.
Piyush, here I was just on Lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण रुपीज है
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण ये बढ़िया प्राइस है इट्स ओनली बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव मिडिलमैन
90,000?
आप कहीं और से ले लो
80,000.
आई एम गोइंग बाय
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
Factory wale prices, no middleman. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी पाइप नहीं.
Now let's bring them up for toss. From the side of Mumbai Grizzlies, it's going to be their vice captain Milan coming up. And from the side of Delhi Sharks, it's going to be Manmeet. And we will have our umpire as well come in for the toss. A big round of applause for everybody. Today with the change of umpire, there's been a lot of changes that's been happening in the overall leaderboard. Let's see what happens here. Who will call the toss? Mumbai is going to call the toss. Umpire, all yours.
Heads.
Heads is the call from Mumbai. Sadly, it is not. It is tails. We will see Manmeet get a chance from Delhi Sharks, get a chance to call the
Ball first.
ball first is their decision for the call. And you, I asked you, आपसे पूछा मैंने कि strategy क्या रहने वाला. आपने बोला यही पे आके बताएंगे.
हमारी स्ट्रेटजी सिंपल ही रहती है. सभी अपना नेचुरल गेम खेलते हैं. सभी को हमने खुला छोड़ रखा है. जैसे भी खेलना सभी खेलें.
जैसे खेलना खेलेंगे, सबको खुला छोड़ा. एंड मैं एक चीज जरूर पूछना चाहूंगा, आपके पास हाईएस्ट स्कोरर है अभी के लिए इंडिविजुअल, हाईएस्ट सिक्सेस जो स्कोर किया उनके पास
दिल्ली में विश्वास है, इसलिए सभी का दिल्ली में विश्वास.
बट एक चीज है, ये प्लेयर जो थे ना, ही वाज नॉट सपोज्ड टू बी इन योर प्लेइंग सिक्स, राइट? तो ये जैसे आए, टीम में पूरा विश्वास था कि विश्वास करेंगे, या क्या था जब इनिशियली विश्वास आए?
पहले तो विश्वास का थोड़ा चला नहीं था. हमने पीछे भेज दिया, फिर थोड़ा सा लगने लगा भी अभी चल रहा है, फिर आगे भेज दिया.
देखेंगे आज चलेगा कि नहीं, क्योंकि मैं बात कर रहा था मुंबई शार्क्स के तरफ से कि वो भी प्रिपेयर करके आएंगे. आपको अभी उन वो बॉलिंग फॉर्स चुनने की वजह से यू हैव बीन डिसाइडेड टू, यू हैव टू बैट, नॉट डिसाइडेड टू. तो क्या स्ट्रैटेजी रहने वाला है?
कुछ स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है, बिकॉज हमने टॉस हारे हैं बट मैचेस भी जीते हैं. हमारी बॉलिंग अच्छी है, हमारा बेस्ट देंगे. दोनों के लिए नॉकआउट मैच है, तो इट वुड बी प्रेशर गेम फॉर बोथ ऑफ देम. सो विल डू आवर बेस्ट and let's see the best man and or the best team wins this match. So we'll do our best.
Let's hope so. Give them a big round of applause. आप दोनों भी हाथ मिला सकते हैं. This is going to be a very interesting game between Delhi Sharks as well as Mumbai Grizzlies. कौन जीतने वाला है? Who will get that 14 points and get back in the race? It'll start right now, but before that, we'll get over back to our analysts, Roshan and Chetan.
Well, very interesting, because the last time you've seen Delhi losing a toss and being forced to bat, they have ended up scoring so many runs. But now you are seeing that when it's a time to call, they're actually taking, or rather choosing to bowl. Is it against their natural style of playing?
I'm not sure, because they would think, you know what, जो भी target होगा हम उसको अपने aggressive style से chase करने की कोशिश करेंगे. I think उनकी batting जो है, they are very confident about it. But I'm also looking at what Mumbai have done. पिछले 6 मुकाबले में उनके 4 losses आए हैं, and almost all of those losses have been because their batting hasn't done well, and also because they've batted well in 3 of those 4 losses. So, you know what? Like I said in the pre-match show, Mumbai's batting, that will be key today.
Well, of course, if you are a Mumbai fan, keep your fingers crossed, because we are ready for the game. We go down to our casters, Floki and Cribs.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी पाइप नहीं.
Ladies and gentlemen, देवियों और सज्जनों और हमारे सारे दर्शकों का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है ग्लोबल ई क्रिकेट प्रीमियर लीग में. मैं हूं फ्लोकी, मेरे साथ एक क्रिप्स, और हम दिन के चौथे मैच पे आ चुके हैं जो खेला जाएगा दिल्ली शार्क्स और मुंबई ग्रिजलीज के बीच में. 2 of the biggest cities in India going up against each other. We are Mumbai boys, but I don't think we both support Mumbai, do we?
Today I do.
Okay, so well,
we are going to favor home team, of course, but the Delhi Sharks are a scary opponent.
Oh, definitely, bro. Then it's not the fact that they are a good team that is scary. What's scary is आपको ये नहीं पता कि आपको उस टीम का कौन सा साइड देखने मिलेगा. Sometimes Delhi Sharks are just absolute demons when it comes to bowling.
Yeah.
And they will just get you all out. And then on certain occasions, Delhi, they are sometimes weak in batting. But then when they are strong, oh my God, it's unreal the amount of runs that they can score. They are the ones who have all the big records. The player with half centuries, they have him. The player with the most number of runs, they have him. The highest run ever achieved by any team in this tournament, they have it again. So they are a dangerously scary opponent to go up against.
Oh yeah, and I think our panel summarized it rather succinctly. They said Mumbai's batting will be key. I agree with that 100% because I don't think I've seen the side of the Mumbai Grizzlies put up a strong performance in the batting end all that much. I think I can recall on one hand how many times they put up a strong batting show. But with that said, the Delhi Sharks, it's been a bit of a weird first season for them. They've had the highest of highs, they've had the lowest of lows. You know, they've scored 70 plus runs and failed to defend it. They've scored 41 runs and managed to defend that. So we've seen everything from the Sharks. I mean, yeah, it's been a varied experience if you're a Sharks fan. You certainly haven't been bored if you've been enjoying the Delhi Sharks.
Clearly. I mean, even if you're a Delhi fan or not, you certainly enjoy watching Delhi play. Their matches keep you on the edge of your seat, sometimes by terrific performance or by horrible performance. It doesn't matter which one. You will definitely enjoy watching their games.
Yeah. Oh, bit too close, but hey, the Grizzlies consistent in getting those two. So far, though, power play over relatively quiet. Manmeet has been bowling rather well. The current run rate kept below double digits, although that might change very, very soon. Beautiful shot for a 4 by PK. As he strikes the ball straight towards long off and cover, and well, there was nobody on the outside field to stop that. Instead, those outside fielders, they were towards point and fine leg, so just trying to make sure that they prevent the boundaries there instead.
And it's the slower balls which tend to trouble PK. This one was at a pedestrian pace of 77. He mistimes it.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're against these spinners, it's a little bit hard to predict, and even with the length of the ball and the speed of the ball and all of that, it's actually just twice the work if you're facing a pacer, right?
Exactly. You have to just be on your senses, your cerebral sensors firing on full capacity.
Oh, that's a good shot. I mean, it certainly looked pretty, but in terms of effectiveness, it's only going to net you 2 runs.
Well, they've at least managed to keep the side of the Mumbai Grizzlies quite humble so far.
Yeah.
Davinder, PK, none of them achieving a strike rate of more than 200 so far. Not a lot of boundaries either.
Oh, this one, it looks pretty and gets the job done. Well, that's going to be a 4. A showstopper, Pulsar in this 125-4 at that, beating the inside fielder's heads and reaching the boundary. And again, I mean, it's less scary to attempt these sorts of shots early on, because how the hell are you going to find the catch? And you can see the fielder really legging it after this one, but slides, and looks like there wasn't room for a 4th. 3 runs found here for the Grizzlies.
Still, they'll take it.
Yep. I mean, given the way PK has, been batting of late, I hate to say it, but he hasn't been the most consistent. This is still some good batting coming through from the side of the Grizzlies. Will it cross the boundary? Yes, it will. There's the 6 coming through, and that's the PK we know.
That's the PK we know. That's the PK we love. And we need a lot more of him if Mumbai wants to greet all their fans at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Balewadi Stadium this weekend.
You can see the Dubai Vipers have confirmed their spot here in the league. And the Mumbai Grizzlies, well, everything rests on this match. Their only opportunity is if they win this one. So you can really start to see them hustle now.
Yeah.
And play for the win. No time for doubts, no second guesses, no do-overs.
Just trust your instincts.
This is it. 1 inning to bat.
Oh, another full toss. It's quite weird how Molan throws his full tosses, right? Because even though the last shot, it seemed like it had connected really well, it was actually towards the off end of the bat. So it didn't get the power to go for a boundary. And this time it misses entirely.
Yeah.
So I would say Molan is like one of those rare full toss bowlers or Yorker bowlers.
I mean, like I say, you know, it's really hard for the side of the Mumbai Grizzlies to goof up this game. It's going to be difficult, but man, that's a beautiful shot. The winder hits it straight towards the stand, and a standing ovation by some of the members of the Grizzlies. Boy, oh boy, a look of surprise on their face.
What a shot.
Yeah, the
That
winder
was-
channeling his beast.
That was way too powerful.
Oh yeah. And I have to say, I mean, the Grizzlies, they weren't really known for their batting prowess, but yesterday, I'm not sure if that was an outlier, if that's what we're going to be seeing more of.
I don't think that was an outlier. That's just standard Davinder. These last couple games, he's really waking up and showing us why he was the best in the qualifier,
Oh.
but now he's just going to be the best of the rest. Sent back to the pavilion.
Oh yeah. There's some really good batting coming out by Mumbai, regardless though. The Delhi Sharks, they do find the wicket, but halting the momentum of the Grizzlies, that is a different story. You're going to have to do a bit more than that to rattle their cage and throw them off their footing.
I think
Chhatrapati, the most stable person here for the side of the Mumbai Grizzlies, stepping onto the pitch now.
Yeah, and that's the kind of person you need if you want to plan a prison break. That cage, it's not rattled, it will be shattered by the time PK leaves.
Okay.
And to just complement that destructive firepower, you need a little bit of stability, which Chhatrapati brings plenty of.
Oh yeah. Count on Chhatrapati to get those twos. But currently, it's still PK on strike, so maybe we see a couple of boundaries.
Not if he keeps getting Yorkers like these. He is a strong batsman, but when it comes to Yorkers, he just somehow doesn't take the same risk. He loves to go for that sideways stroke, the wrist flick.
Yeah.
And that's not one of his most powerful strokes, so yeah, you keep him limited, keep him grounded.
Oh, the stumps left wide open. Seemed like he was going to be going for more of a swinger there. This could get close. Ah, but no cigar. And again, the Mumbai Grizzlies, ain't no rest for the wicket. They're legging it. They are hauling their virtual behinds between those wickets. Diving for every single two. You can see these guys, they want to be there in the finals, and they want to be there really, really bad.
It would be heartbreaking if they aren't. Mumbai was the #1 team for the first half of this tournament. They stood on top of that score table for at least 2 days straight. And now for them to not even qualify would be a heartbreak.
Oh yeah. This certainly could go south real soon. It is Neeps over. And I don't think I need to remind you what he's capable of. There's only one man so far who's had a maiden over. And he's bowling right now.
Well, it certainly won't be a maiden anymore. He just gave away 2 runs at the start. But the man who's known for having a maiden over was also known for having 3 wickets in that same over. So I want to see if he can pick up the momentum once again like that.
And that is the least of your woes, because this man is quite the phenomenal bowler. So not only do you have to try and defend your wicket in this one and prevent those dots from coming through, but you also need to keep your run rate up. And again, shots like these, they can look a little bit scary, because you catch it on the wrong side of the bat, on the wrong edge, and all of a sudden that's a wicket.
Yeah, लेकिन जिस तरह से नीप बॉल डाल रहा है, he's forcing all the batsmen, both Chhatrapati and PK, to play towards the square edges of this field. पीछे की तरफ, cover mid wicket की तरफ बॉल डालने की opportunity ही नहीं है. And because आपकी बॉल हमेशा good length पे जा रही है, आप उसे loft करने भी जाओगे तो बहुत ज़्यादा risky रहेगा.
Yeah.
That's why Neep is such a restrictive bowler.
Well, 7 balls remaining now, Cripps, the magic number. And Neep's jersey also says 7, a very coveted number, but can he live up to those expectations? He certainly can with that final ball. That's going to mark the end of the second last over. 8 runs conceded, bringing the run rate down low. But PK is still here. There is still hope for the Grizzlies while he's on the pitch. You have to remember, PK, he can really hit it out of the park if he's given room to work with.
The brute batsman. He needs to show us his brutality, fatality, and his Mamba mentality as well. He tries to go for the maximum, but no. Missed it by a mile.
Yeah, good bowling coming through from Webb. Good swing on that one. Fast medium bowler. In case you guys are wondering what his designation is, or what his archetype is, or what his category is.
I don't think categories can help you over here. We've left that far behind. Every single one of these bowlers from the side of the Delhi Sharks is incredible at throwing all sorts of curveballs. I mean, regardless of whether it's a spin bowler or a fast bowler, they are keeping Mumbai so humble right now.
Oh yeah, 4 balls remaining now, and we'll see if they continue to stay humble. It's the Grizzlies we're talking about. Humility is something that, well, they did seem to gain over the past couple of days in the GEPL, but now they're starting to lose it again because we've seen some high-scoring games from them. And with 3 balls remaining, it's now or never. It is do or die. Chhatrapati on strike end, so again, not really the man who often goes for those boundaries, but I guess even he understands just what the situation is. That's a loft. Not caught by the fielder, finds a bounce and only room for the one. As the Grizzlies, their momentum being slowed down heavily here in these last 2 overs.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are forced to crawl their way to the finish line. No sprinting, no running. Absolutely no taking your heels off.
It's almost like somebody knocked them in their knees and all of a sudden they're limping across the finishing line instead of charging straight towards it. And again, it's credit to the bowling coming out here. The goal is not even to try and take wickets. I mean, Webb is just looking to limit the number of runs. He has a lot of faith in his team's ability to bat. And that's a very mature decision to make.
Now Chhatrapati has to go for an unorthodox shot. He needs to hit a powerful one. Even though he's not the kind of person who goes for something like this, he will try his best. A misfield allows Mumbai to go in for a second run. But still, that could have been a single. Webb limiting the Mumbai Grizzlies to a pedestrian 56. And that is an impressive side of bowling from the Delhi Sharks.
Yeah. And they're batting well. I don't need to say much about that. All I can say is if Biswa stays, then there's going to be fireworks. One way or another.
Oh boy. I mean, even if he gets out, there will be fireworks, right?
Yeah, but you have to give credit to the Grizzlies, their bowlers. They can catch him off guard.
All new Pulsar Manias here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app now.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Abhishek has often been underestimated, but just when he's underestimated is when he comes out with those stellar performances. This is a man not to be taken lightly. Yes, he plays risky. Yes, he gives away boundaries, but
that's what makes him exciting to watch.
Yeah, you don't know where this guy is going to go with his bowling.
All the variations, all the adjustments, they have to be channeled and brought forth. Place those batting and bowling orders meticulously, carefully, because the stakes are as high as ever. Qualification to the finals, up for grabs. And now only a few spots away are both these teams. At the start of this day, both of them were tied up. Mumbai Grizzlies and Delhi Sharks had 12 points at the start of this day. One of them will climb up even further.
Yeah, only room for the one. That's a good decision too, because again, the required run rate is not the loftiest. It's actually quite achievable. So no need to be desperate. Make use of the balls you've been given. Make use of the power play over.
Just extract every ball for its value, you know. Take a sweet time. Drag this game out. And the longer you drag this game out, the more desperate Mumbai Grizzlies will become. So you can see their desperation on their faces. They're quite an expressive bunch.
They certainly are.
So if you're someone who enjoys agony, if you're someone who derives pleasure from putting pressure onto your opponents, drag it out.
Oh, you can hear it already. Cheering for that dot. And Abhishek used to have changed up the way he's approaching these first overs. The middle stump is well guarded by the batsman. So he's not even trying to aim for the wicket. Instead, he's playing an entirely different game.
Exactly, and that's the key difference between a bowler like Abhishek and Davinder, you know. Even Milan for that matter. Both Milan and Davinder often aim for the stumps every other ball. Abhishek, almost never. Like out of the entire over, he'll probably like throw one ball directly on the stumps. Every other ball is attempted to get the batsman to attempt a risky shot and hopefully pick up the catch. But this time the risk pays off. Powerful pulsar and his 125 boundary.
And Abhishek, that's what he didn't want to do. Didn't want to give away a boundary. His 9 runs are found here, and there's still one more ball to go, but fear not, for all hope is not lost. And again, the damage has been limited. I believe Weber will retain strike.
Yep.
Runs 1 and the over ends, so yeah, it's gonna be him.
The required run rate is less than 12, so even though this was a somewhat lackluster over from the side of the Delhi Sharks, they don't need to worry about anything at all.
Yeah.
They can swim upstream at their leisurely pace. Enjoy the tide.
Enjoy the current while it lasts. Oh! But I guess they got carried away by that one. Swept away.
Speaking of how long it lasts, you curse them the moment they arrive on the striking end.
No way, I don't buy that at all. I didn't curse them, I didn't do anything.
That's
that was
okay.
you. You said that they were swimming upstream. I never even mentioned it.
I don't mind taking the foot for it.
Yeah, you should. Hey, you've been the one casters cursing. Don't blame it on me. You know, the finger, you shouldn't be pointing it at me.
Hey, if I can lay curses upon the people, you need to know.
Ooh.
I'm a powerful wizard.
Hey, but this conversation aside, the audience getting real noisy here. Getting awfully rowdy as everyone starts to cheer in support for their teams. With only 1 day remaining, you better put out your best foot, because there are no second chances anymore. This is it.
Second last day, second over of this game, and Swapnil already starts with a wicket. Do we have another one?
I think we do not. Instead, we've got what lies on the other end of the spectrum, a boundary, a 4. Coming through here from the Delhi Sharks. And you can see Neep, calm as a cucumber, will not even emote. Does not want to break the concentration of his favorite brute.
Biswas is here to play. The man, the myth, the run machine strikes again.
Oh yeah. And while his name might suggest that he's a brute, he's also quite good with the sewing kit, because that was a needle that he just threaded.
And that smile tells you all you need to know. Every Delhi supporter in the arena can breathe a sigh of relief.
Oh, and that's a solid shot too, but will meet the fielder. Only for a 1. Swapnil, a mixed bag for him. He did find the wicket, but then he gave away a couple of boundaries, although there's still time to limit the damage.
Yeah, you can stop the bleeding before it's too late, while you still have some life left in you.
Yeah, but considering this is the power play overs, I mean, I think the Mumbai Grizzlies were expecting this. They were expecting that, hey, they're going to be able to at least do something. And all said and done, this has not been a bad over for Swapnil, not at all.
Absolutely not. It's been quite good for Delhi Sharks as well. So both the teams just going on track. And you know what happens when we have games like these, Floki? The last over becomes deadly, deadly scary.
It becomes a lot less about what's actually happening in the game and a lot more about what's happening in your head. Because when that pressure comes, when you start to let it crack you, that is when those mistakes are made. And you need to read the other team too. You need to see if they're crumbling. And if they are, well, let them continue their merry way. Let them make those mistakes. Let them dig their own grave. But will that happen? Or will these teams have to assert themselves to get what they want, aka a spot in the finals?
I must say though, it is a wise choice to let the other team dig their own grave, but Mumbai Grizzlies already have a foot in the grave if they continue like this, if they continue at this pace. Delhi Sharks don't need to put in any effort to catch up with the required target. 34 in 17 is well within reach, especially when Biswas is still on strike. You need to dispatch him away from the field, but he instead dispatches the ball to the boundary. Another powerful Pulsar 6. I'm sorry, a 4 rather.
Oh yeah. Soumyadipta Biswas, known for being explosive, known for knocking it out of the park, this time around recognizes that there is a fair amount of responsibility on his shoulders, so this is no time to be young and reckless and wild.
Oh God.
Ooh, and Chhatrapati, you could see it on his face too.
That was almost reckless.
Almost. Yeah, Biswas, he certainly will need to go to the ER after that one. Check for any heart palpitations.
Perhaps a little stroke of anxiety along with it?
Maybe, but yeah, I really hope you're doing your cardiovascular exercises at home. Excuse me, don't know why I flubbed the pronunciation there, but
that's okay.
Hey, that's what happens when you stop doing what you do.
Chhatrapati is doing exactly what he needs to do. He just needs to maintain the pressure. A boundary given away, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Not sure if that was where the ball was meant to go, but hey, nonetheless, you'll take it.
They'll take it. Just what the doctor ordered.
28 off of 14, turning into 26 needed off of 13 balls. This is looking like the Delhi Sharks have it under control. Of course, a boundary here, a misfield there, a white ball somewhere would help you with the cause, but you can't let those things distract you. Those opportunities will present themselves. Opportunities such as this one to slowly take some more space on the field and take it away from your opponents.
Look at the way he struck that ball. I mean, I'm not even sure if that was a loft. I don't think that was a loft. That seemed more like a stroke, but sheesh, that was a good one. Like he had to come ahead to hit that one. And it still went towards cover.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see a lot of runs in that area.
Oh,
at least not from Delhi Sharks.
Very interesting decision here by the side of the Mumbai Grizzlies scripts. They're throwing in the winder instead of Milan. Milan is the more stable bowler, the more reliable bowler, the guy who can get you dots, but Mumbai have a completely different read on this. They are going in for the jugular.
Yeah, they need to go for the jugular. I don't think stability can help them anymore. If they just keep playing in a stable manner, give 2 runs on every ball and whatnot, they will die a slow and painful death. They would rather make it quick.
Okay, well, Crips has spoken. Apparently they're too far gone, and we'll see if that is the case. Although the wind stepping in does mean that we could see some wickets, or we could see some boundaries coming through. A mixed bag. A lot of pressure here on the player that was regarded at least to be the best player here.
Okay then.
Ooh, reading that as a wide. Is it given? Yes, it is. A free run going the way of the Delhi Sharks. And inch by inch, the Mumbai Grizzlies, they get the other feet in the grave as well. The other foot, excuse me.
A sly smirk on Biswas's face. And he wanted to egg Davinder on, but I think he might have just tickled the piece a little too much. A few more steps ahead, and that could have been a wicket.
Oh, yeah.
But Biswas will live to play another ball. Live to fight another day.
18 needed off of 10 balls. I mean, the odds still not all that bad for the Grizzlies, but they need to stop that ball from reaching the boundary. And the fielder would do just that. Good fielding coming out here from the Grizzlies. Again, limit the twos that the Delhi Sharks can find, and the pressure will build itself. You won't have to do much.
It's autonomous.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, you limit them from finding those twos, and soon enough you will see Biswas start to get a little angsty.
I must say, this has probably been the most tame game from Biswa so far. We've seen him be absolutely explosive. We've seen him go for the most reckless shots, but today he's keeping it safe.
Yeah, and I think he realizes that there is a fair amount of responsibility on his shoulders. As a brute, not only can he smash the ball, he can be a bit more defensive too, but if he wants to give his team the best chance of winning, then he needs to stay alive, and that's what he's doing. He's learned from the Bee Gees, and now he'll take the opportunity.
The faster he finishes this game, the better net run rate that his team will have. And at this point, the net run rate will be absolutely crucial to determine the winner and the people who qualify. Points will not be enough. So if Biswas does want to go for the big shots, I think his team should let him. They have plenty of balls to spare. They have more than enough wickets to continue this onslaught.
Grizzlies, one foot in the grave, the other slowly going into the deep end, where the Sharks are known to make their home. Oh, and it's high up in the air. Got by the fielder. They will find Biswas' wicket. Such a beat. Being commended, yep. Even though it was the winder who got that ball right. So, yeah, distributing the praise around, I guess.
Yeah, but their troubles aren't over yet. The Mumbai Grizzlies are not celebrating that wicket. They know that the pressure is still on and the victory is still within the grasp of the Sharks. You never know when their fins will turn into arms.
Sudden mutation.
Something straight out of the X-Men.
Oh, yeah. Well, 10 runs needed off of 6 balls. A very doable target here. Jayesh has been a pretty good batsman, but it's actually Neep on the striking end.
कोई बात नहीं. Neep can also do a lot of damage. लेकिन मिलन को बहुत संभाल के खेलना पड़ेगा. मिलन यूजुअली एक बहुत कंसिस्टेंट बॉलर है, यू नो. वो डॉट बॉल्स काफ़ी ज़्यादा डालते हैं और अगर आपको पेस स्लो करनी है तो मिलन से बेहतर बॉलर है नहीं लास्ट ओवर में खेलने के लिए. गेम इतनी इंटेंस चल रही है कि हमारे जो रेफरी है मिस्टर मानिक वो भी बहुत तनाव से देख रहे हैं.
अच्छी बॉलिंग, शॉट सिलेक्शन और टाइमिंग थोड़ा सा चूक गया.
कोई बात नहीं,
इसकी वजह से एज कनेक्ट होती है गेंद पे.
They have one more ball to spare, by the way. एक एक्स्ट्रा बॉल है दिल्ली शार्क्स के पास. हर एक बॉल पे अगर 2 रन भी निकल जाए तो अच्छा होएगा. एक बॉल अगर डॉट गया तो वो फिर भी जीत सकते हैं.
बिल्कुल. However, there is an opening here towards the cover as well as the long offside.
Yeah.
If you hit it with power and you get the timing right, Miller knows this. Is he going to change the field? Tighten it up.
किया उन्हें already field change किया है. उन्हें अपने एक player को third man की तरफ और रख दिया. Oh, that was fast.
An assassination attempt coming out from the bowler.
Yeah, dude, it's almost like he targeted his entire ribcage. And that was such a fast ball. I couldn't even see the speed on that one.
Oh, and I'm sure you guys can hear the roaring of the crowd through our mics, because they certainly aren't being silent. Not going gently into that night. And we'll see if there is a dying of the light, if there is a dying of the hope here. But so far, the Grizzlies still navigating the dark, the uncertainty, with confidence, with their chest out. 6 runs needed off of 3 balls.
This is as close as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. The qualification spot up for grabs, and we are going the distance. This game is down to the wire. Another powerful shot, only to be intercepted by a fielder wearing a cap. And they almost had the run out. You could see that Chhatrapati was just gritting his teeth. Oh no. The bouncer warning also comes through, which means now Milan can't go for those short balls again and again. He will have to limit himself.
Yeah.
And Neep specializes his playing towards the front foot. So if the ball is almost a Yorker, Neep can certainly smash it.
The man with the maiden over now tasked with finding the final 4 runs.
That could have been an out.
Nope, no appeal, no appeal. He's in the clear. No appeal yet.
So they just get 2 runs?
They get 2 runs, and it's down to this last ball here, folks.
We need a dot over here. Milan needs to throw his entire arm out. The fastest delivery that he has ever conceived has to be on this one.
Oh, you can't tame the crowd.
The entire stadium is up on their feet. Everyone's coming towards the stage. Milan coming towards the crease. He goes for the toss, and it's a dot ball. No, could it be a wide?
Is it a wide?
Is it? Did they get the win?
Oh, we don't know yet.
Oh my God, the suspense is killing me. Tell us, Mr. Empire. Spill the beans.
There is still one more ball. I believe that might have been a wide. It is.
Oh no!
The score has been tied. The best case scenario here is splitting a point with the Delhi Sharks. Can they do it? No! The Delhi Sharks, they come through in the nick of time. And that is going to be the costliest mistake here for the Grizzlies. Losing by 1 run, by 1 mistake. The costliest of them all. And Neep, it was not his batting that got them across the finishing line. It was the immaculate perception. Seeing that ball was swung a bit too far wide. And Sajjanpreet's face says it all.
Everybody brooding in silence. The entirety of the team of Grizzlies. And a loss of words for what just happened. And Delhi Sharks, they win by 3 wickets, keeping the hope alive. This win will certainly send them towards the finals. And we'll take a look at what they think about this game with the interview after a short break.
All new Pulsar Manias here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
One of the most exhilarating games. इतना intense था ये game. I mean, आखिरी बॉल पे भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. Everybody stood up. I think a big round of applause for both Mumbai Grizzlies as well as Delhi Sharks. क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए ये गेम था. दोनों ने इतना बेहतरीन लड़ाई किया है. Again, it happens. क्रिकेट समटाइम्स लक के ऊपर जाता है, क्रिकेट समटाइम्स शॉट्स के ऊपर जाता है. बट मैं जाने से पहले यहाँ पे दविंदर पाजी से पूछना चाहता हूँ. आइए, एक बेहतरीन गेम गया. उन्होंने भी आपको रोका, बट आपने भी उनको रोका.
ये अच्छा गेम हुआ. अभी स्टार्ट अच्छा हो रहा है हमारा, बट फिनिश नहीं हो रहा. तो उसके कारण वो 5-6 रन कम रह जाते हैं. तो बॉलिंग अच्छी है तो डिफेंड हो जाता. अभी 5-6 रन होता. मतलब हर मैच ऐसा ही हो रहा है. 5-6 रन कम रहते हैं, उसके कारण हम लोग हार जाते हैं.
हार जीत का ये गेम है क्रिकेट. बट एक चीज आपने है ना सिर्फ आपने करके दिखाया, बट बाकी सारे टीम्स को जताया है कि विश्वास को आउट किया जा सकता है. इसके बारे में क्या बोलेगा आप?
अभी मैंने ट्राई पूरा किया अपना. उनका शॉट मार रहे थे, वो जा ही नहीं रहा था कैच. बट लास्ट में गया, वो थोड़ा लेट हो गया. पहले आ जाता तो निकाल सकते थे.
जी हाँ, बट देखिए मैच हुआ. इट वाज अ गुड वन. देखिए अभी भी एक और गेम है, देखते क्या होता है. बहुत नेट रन रेट जो है ना ऊपर नीचे जा रहा है. हार मत मानिए दविंदर पाजी. थैंक यू सो मच. जाके बैठ सकते हैं. यहाँ से बुलाएंगे विश्वास, आप आइए. कास्टर्स हमारे जो है ना चिल्ला रहे थे, दिस मैन इज अ पावर हाउस, दिस मैन यहाँ पे ऐसे रॉकेट जैसे चलता रहता है. एंड चले आप, बट उन्होंने रोक दिया. तो क्या बोलना चाहेंगे उनको? इट वॉज अ नाइस डिलीवरी. ट्रैप सेट कर रहे थे बार बार आपको, एंड वहां से वो भी चिल्ला रहे थे चलेगा या नहीं चलेगा, देखते हैं. तो क्या बोलना चाहेंगे?
4 तो निकल ही गया था और रन रेट भी हम लोग का आ गया था. जो हम लोग रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट पे खेल रहे थे कि ये इस ओवर इतना रन निकलना है, इतना रन निकलना है, तो हो गया था. और मेरे टीम का ऊपर प्रेशर मतलब हटाने के लिए मैं लास्ट बॉल स्ट्रोक नहीं खेल के मैं 6 मारने की कोशिश किया था. तो वो कैच चला गया. और क्या नीप भाई जीता दिया.
अरे यार नीप भाई आप आ जाओ. नीप भाई आ जाओ. आपको है ना हम बोलते हैं टीम का, मैं बोलता हूँ कि राहुल द्रविड़ हो, आप एक्चुअल वॉल हो. देखिए इस टाइम पे आखिरी बॉल 2 रन चाहिए था, उससे पहले डॉट भी आया था. उस समय पे क्या लग रहा था आपको? मैच किसका भी था?
मैच तो हमारा ही था.
ये कॉन्फिडेंस है ना दिल्ली शार्क्स का. मैच हमारा ही था. ये कहाँ से आता है आपका कॉन्फिडेंस?
हम लोग मतलब दिल से आता है हम लोग का.
दिल्ली वाले हैं, दिल के हैं ये लोग। एंड इनके मैनेजर भी है ना, इतने शान और ठान से आप बैठे थे ना पीछे, हमारा ही गेम है, बाकी सब लोग आगे आए थे। बट अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर दिल्ली शार्क्स, अमेजिंग विन स्ट्रीक जो दिखा रहा है, इसको ब्रेक डाउन करने के लिए हमारे एनालिस्ट जरूर तैयार है। चेतन एंड रोशन, ओवर टू यू।
Pulse of manias here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है।
निकर और टी शर्ट पहन के आया साइकिल, लोन लगा के फोन बता दे सबको बच के। All flights to remain grounded. जिद कर दे।
जो खुद की सुनते हैं दुनिया उनकी सुनती है। लेंस का आकड़ है,
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
Entertainment, adrenaline, and unpredictability is what the GEPL all about. Another intense game, another one goes down the wire. What an incredible match, 1-1. And finally, well, you see, the team which has the nerve of steel is the actual winner out here. What an incredible game, Chetan.
Let me just breathe. Let me just breathe. I mean, the entire auditorium was on its feet for that last over. What a game. What a game. What a finish. Obviously, disappointment for Mumbai. Their path ahead is very, very tough. But Delhi, you know what? There's only one question that needs to be asked. Is Biswas going to win this tournament for Delhi? सिर्फ यही सवाल बचा है अब और कोई सवाल नहीं बचा है।
Of course, well, Biswas has been that man, rollicking form from the start. The last 3 innings, he's actually changed the fortunes of Delhi. We'll have to see if that continues in the games to come. But what it has done is taken Delhi to the top of the table, not the top of the table, of course, but moved them from that place. We'll have a look and speak more about that. But for now, of course, the Delhi Sharks, again, Biswas was there. Webber got out cheaply again. Now, Neep and Jayesh are always there, but again, there's one point. If only Biswas does win. For 1 point, of course, when Biswas got out, there was that moment happening. Mumbai did come back in that game.
Yeah, I mean, Mumbai got a kind of a turning point कि हाँ, last over में हम शायद इसको मोड़ सकते हैं. But Biswas had already turned the game. क्योंकि last over में 10 run, you know what? It's easily made. You know, against the pressure, against everything, आप expect करो कि वो बन जाएगा. But let's stay on the Mumbai Grizzlies. Before going into the match, we spoke about that their one weakness is their batting. It's not been firing. Look at that, PK, 25 not out of 14. That's not good enough. It's not good enough. Kyun? Because you're playing against Delhi, a team that can chase 70 very, very easily. बहुत आसानी से chase कर लेते हैं 70 को. So you needed a quick fire start. ठीक है, आप अपनी wickets बचा के खेल रहे थे. But there has to be a balance between attack and caution. I think Mumbai's weakness in the last 6-7 games has been whenever they have been put into bat. और ये देखिए, आप bowling देखिए, इसी से पता चलता है. None for 7, none for 8, none for 10. 3 overs for 25. That's where Mumbai lost the game.
Well, then you see that, of course, because Mumbai were trying to play it a little too safe, knowing the fact that if they lose wickets, but they couldn't really maintain that balance, which is what really got Mumbai down.
And they needed those wickets early in the power play. They needed to get Biswas out very, very quickly. वो नहीं हुआ. They needed to transfer pressure to Delhi. वो नहीं हुआ. And you know what the worst part was? They had to bowl out Davinder at a very crucial point. अगर वो 5th over कराते, it could have, you know what, it could have just changed, but they were forced to do that. That's what pressure does to you. Mumbai today, in a must-win situation, could not cope with the pressure.
And of course, all that frailties have been exposed out there. Delhi Sharks winning by 3 runs. What an incredible game for the Sharks, because so many of these teams, without a doubt, man, come on. 36 incredible innings yet again. And this man, well, he might just be rising to the top and probably taking Delhi. But of course, we would not jinx it. We would want this man to perform, give more of the fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, before this match, he had 321 runs, add 36 runs to that. 350 runs in the tournament. My God, my God. The only thing is, आज उन्होंने छक्के नहीं लगाए because he wanted to win the game today. He was not playing
That's
attacking
sensible.
cricket.
Yeah, that's sensible as well.
Yeah, that's sensible. And the thing is, he's in form. He just wanted to win the game for his team. And that's why, Roshan, I just want to ask this question. That's the only question in my mind. क्योंकि हमने बहुत tournaments में देखा है, चाहे real life cricket हो, चाहे real cricket हो, if a batsman is in top quality form, वो आपको tournament जिता सकता है. So can Soumyadipta Biswas win this tournament for Delhi Sharks? That is the question remaining.
Then, of course, a lot of teams also trying to find out whether how do they take this man out, but three of them haven't had the answers. In this process, we did have a lot of fours. We'll have a look at it, brought to you by Pulsar NS125 Showstopper. That explosive batter there, Biswas, yet again proving his mettle and wondering how will the other bowlers really trying to find a way out to get this man. We did have a couple of wickets as well. We'll have a look at it, brought to you by Lenskart. Then, of course, you'd have to feel if you're a Mumbai fan, certainly. The chances are a little tight and slim, but we'll have a look at the points table to explain you how that math goes, like at least for now.
You know what? Okay, we've gone to the points table. Once we come out, we'll talk about the calculations. Points table. चलिए, यहाँ पे चलिए मुंबई ग्रिजलीज की बात करते हैं सबसे पहले. एक मैच बचा है. किसके अगेंस्ट बचा है वो मैच? वो मैच बचा है कोलकाता के अगेंस्ट. And they're going to play the second match on the 11th day. अब इसका मतलब ये है कि इन दोनों में से कोलकाता 16 पे पहुंच सकते हैं और मुंबई सिर्फ 14 पे पहुंच सकते हैं. 14 is not good enough. So virtually this loss means that Mumbai might be out of the tournament. मैं virtually कह रहा हूं because mathematics है, you can't be sure of the net run rates, etc., etc. This match also impacts Dubai, who will have to wait a little longer despite having 16 points अपनी qualification के लिए. लेकिन शायद उनको अगले मैच तक ही वेट करना पड़े. क्यों? London Rhinos have 2 matches remaining. They can get to 18 points. If they get to 18 points, Dubai will be in danger. But if Sydney in the last match today beats London, then Dubai will confirm their qualification. So that maintains our interest. Sydney are already out of the tournament, obviously, but that match has implications for Dubai, for Delhi, and of course for London as well, because they have 2 matches in hand at this moment. New York and London are the only teams that can reach 18 points, and they are in pole position to finish at the top of the table.
That's how things will look like eventually when you have a look at that next game coming up, of course, because it is very crucial. Remember, in that first game, we were talking about Chennai spoiling the party for London. Unfortunately, they couldn't. It was London who came up and eventually moved up that table. Here's another chance again. London come back, but it's Sydney who have their chances eventually out of that competition, but they still can do a lot.
Yeah, if I can just say so, I mean, if you can just show this, I've been busy with the calculations, with the matches, points and everything, who can do what. It is a very, very intriguing stage of the tournament. Just don't go anywhere.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Piyush, hey, I was just on Lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण, रुपीज है.
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण, ये बढ़िया प्राइस है. It's only because we don't have middlemen.
90,000?
आप कहीं और से ले लो.
80,000.
I'm going. Bye.
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
फैक्ट्री वाले prices, no middlemen. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.